Hey guys, welcome to today's show. Today we're going to talk about people being active in a wiser age. I'm not going to say older age, wiser age. How to stay active, what gets you into activity. Do you need to wait for a sign or should you just be active? That coming up straight after this. Hey guys, welcome back to Fine for People. My name's Grant Goes, and this is the platform that helps you connect with the best professionals, events, and courses. Our application is now available online on Android and Apple, and you can download the app to do exactly that, find all these amazing things that are available, and even find the podcast just like today. Today we're talking about being active at I nearly said it. Oh, at a wiser age. At a wiser age, do you need to wait till that signal comes from up above, or should you just get into fitness? And then when you are, what kind of things do you do? Now, my guest today is a special guest that has been through this motion, been through this journey, and that's why we exactly brought him in to help people relate, to help people let them know they're not alone and there are things that they can do. In fact, he's in the last 6 years, got back into fitness. It's been on and off throughout his life. And there was a moment in his life that he's going to tell us about, and we'll leave that for him. Please welcome to the studio, Chris Levett.
Hey.
Hello again.
Great to be here.
It's awesome. It's awesome to have you, mate. I was saying before, first thing, you can be active at anything you do, and we're going to talk about your surgery that's coming up soon. But even walking up the stairs, that's activity.
Yeah, walking up the stairs here is good activity.
Totally perfect, right?
But you talk of a journey. The journey for me started probably about 8 years ago, and through my life, I'd never really paid much attention.
A little bit closer there.
Oh,
just I can hear you, mate.
Much attention to the fitness, I guess.
Yep.
And I woke up one morning in a hotel on a business trip somewhere in the world, and went down to breakfast.
Remember?
I think it was Tokyo.
Tokyo, hey.
I think it was Tokyo.
Yeah.
And I went down to breakfast, and there I was sitting with a group of guys, and I was the guy with the pot of pills, one for each day of the week, number of different pills, blood pressure, sugar,
cholesterol, stress, and everything else that comes along with life,
uric acid, you name it. And there I was taking these pills, and that was someone I'd never really wanted to be. And I am absolutely, I guess, focused on not wanting to be that person, even today. So,
did you think that just on that point there, when you said you don't want to ever be that person, was there thoughts of that, I don't want to be that person, and it kept it in your mind that you actually became that person? No. Do you think that could have happened?
Maybe. I think more cases it's having that thought that I think the link from that is a deterioration.
Okay, yeah.
I think at that point you see it's not going to get better, it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
Some of the discussions around sugar, for instance, I was pre-diabetic, and the discussion was, you're never going to shake that now.
Yeah,
I had a doctor say, you will never come back from that. And that really makes you think.
The guys out there, people, when you guys are listening to this, and I'd love for you to, whatever age you're at, I'd love to think about in your situation, your shoes, because I'm just about to ask Chris this one, but when you are, when you're younger, you're free, you're liberal, you do anything you want, and you think you're undefeatable. Your ego is,
you're invincible.
Totally, absolutely invincible. When that moment happened, what was the feeling?
An inner fear.
A
real fear.
Yeah. I'm sure you probably remember that. It's clear as yesterday, or today even.
It really makes the mind focus, because all of a sudden you're not invincible. And to some degree, I'd been through my life ignoring what was obvious. I was carrying a lot of weight. I always had carried a lot of weight. A lot more than I carry today. And really didn't care. And the other problem was, every time I went to a doctor, up to that point, really, I had never had a problem. Yeah. So I was a large, healthy person.
Yeah. And
so when you walk out of the doctor's surgery, X pounds overweight, but the guys actually said in the background that you're kind of fit, that doesn't help either.
Yeah, totally. Do you think it's like a false security?
When you suddenly sit there with these pills and it's a reality and it has it sort of hit the wall, then that really focuses the whole thing. And
what was the first thoughts, if you don't mind sharing, what was the first thoughts that went through your mind when this kind of was like a kick in the face, isn't it? So
I think the thing is you've been told to some degree it's not fixable. And I can remember feeling miserable, worried that I'd probably blown it.
Okay,
because it wasn't that people didn't say, you need to sort your weight out, or you really ought to be active. I'd kind of blissfully ignored it on the basis that I thought I was okay.
Yeah, I can 100% relate to that. I mean, if I'm going to be very honest with this whole thing, I've in the last probably 1 to 2 years completely changed as far as my activity levels. And if I look back now, I can look back and go like, it's never going to happen to me. But if I keep going, I know if I keep going down the state I'm currently in, then I'm going to end up in a position that's going to have some moment that's going to kick me in the face and go like, actually, this is what you're doing. So it's a good wake-up call for me, actually. Thank you. It's a good wake-up call. Grant, stop it. When it's a situation like that, what's going to first thing that goes to your mind as far as, okay, it's happened, I need to do something else about it? You said you had a moment of it affected you. Was it set? I'd really love to understand. It's kind of like, is there a process you went through before you went to the point, okay, now I've got to exercise? Or was it straight away, I've got to exercise?
No, it was probably a kind of desperation thought.
Desperation.
Where do I go?
Okay, yeah.
How do I deal with this? Mm-hmm. I mean, the medical guy has told you that it probably isn't fixable. Certainly with the sugar.
Yeah.
The blood pressure wasn't too pretty either, and that was another issue. And I can remember I came back here to Dubai, and at the time I was lucky. My son was here. Mm-hmm. He was a trainer operating out of Dubai, and somehow we got talking as a family, and he turned around and said to Jean and myself, my wife, we'll put you on a regime and we'll fix this. Mm-hmm. And you think, we'll fix this?
Yeah, I was about to ask you how to do it.
And I think at that point you would grab at any possibility to try and get resolution, to get it fixed.
Yeah. What if the whole statement, if you put
now,
boiled eggs?
Did I believe that would fix it? I hoped. I think hope was there. I think belief in fixing it maybe was a little strong.
Yeah.
And
it's hard, right? When your mindset was one thing and now you're literally expect to change.
Yeah.
It's literally your mindsets. I mean, or your beliefs, or your routines. Yeah.
Well, nothing was centered on fitness at all in my life. The journey into fitness was difficult. You go to a gym and the fitness industry, as a criticism, is aimed at fit people.
Yeah, totally.
So you get back to Dubai and you walk into the sports shop to buy some clothes for this fairly large individual, and you can find clothes for very small individuals. Yeah, but you can't find clothes for large individuals.
Really, well, I mean, I think even was it large and extra large? Maybe here when you walk into a sports store.
Yeah,
like. I know I see one, maybe a few larges, and one maybe XL sizing.
Yeah. So, you want some clothes for the gym, that's difficult to get hold of. So, it was tough getting into it, and you walk into the gym on the first day with your son, and you start working. And we were following a fairly strict diet at the time around reducing carbs and having a one cheat day a week, which we look forward to. And the process was good. We went through not just weight, but we were measuring around the legs and around the arms and taking dimensions. So we were tracking not just weight loss, because another thing, if you go off of this half-cocked, I guess you end up looking at weight, and then you start exercising and the weight climbs because the muscles are building. So we were fairly. I think we were helped by my son training us.
Yeah,
he was very pedantic, which was good, and we weren't going to let him down, which is a huge motivator.
Yeah, no, totally. I was about to ask you, what's the motivation? Is it you said fear was one of the things that come in your first thoughts? How long did it take to that fear suppressed? Because I mean, obviously now fear has turned into passion. Now fear has turned into a love, right?
Yeah,
so I mean,
definitely.
How long did that take?
I think it was fairly quick, and I think the fear receded because I think we saw very quick results. When you are on an extreme, the results are quite quick.
Yeah.
So we saw weight dropping, we saw dimensions dropping, and then you had the conversations of people that would meet you, and they'd say, "Are you well?"
Yeah.
Because you were dropping weight very quickly.
Totally, yeah. So okay, there's a whole different conversation, but for me, guys, I just wanted you to understand the kind of if you are one of these people that have gone through the similarity where, life's fine, life's great, and all of a sudden you've had this wake-up call, or you think you're heading in that direction, there's the best way to deal with the situation is to understand the situation. And hopefully this is something that's helping you understand the situation. The changes you make, there's light at the end of the tunnel, right? Yeah. There's a way out. There's a you've turned this into a passion. What was some of the, weight loss was kind of obviously the first thing, even though it was all about the different pills and stuff like that. I mean, it wasn't all about. Weight loss is something that helps, obviously.
Well, I think the weight loss was very quick. Yeah. You can argue probably technically it was probably too quick in some ways potentially.
Okay.
But during that year, by the time we were heading towards November. My weight had come down from, I think it was about 169 to about 118 at the time.
Okay, well.
And throughout that program, we were checking. I was going to the doctors on a quarterly basis, and he was kind of blown away because the weight was going.
Yeah, totally.
In a way that he thought was kind of amazing at the time.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, totally. It's amazing these days.
And we were also checking. Yeah. We were also checking the statistics for the pills. Mm-hmm. So we were going in and they were checking on the blood pressure, they checked cholesterol and so on.
Vitamins and minerals.
And by November of that year, I was clean.
Wow.
I was 118 kilos and I didn't take any pills.
That's an awesome place to get to. Encourage. My first, I've got to ask this straight away, is the mindset you had at that moment. I'm sure there'd be undulation of awesome, fantastic. When you look back now and look back then, is it still the same thought or same feeling? Because I'm sure there's other people out there that go great, and it happens all the time in fitness. It's such a common thing that people, they get their goal weight, they go, great, I'm done, and they stop doing what got them there in the first place.
I think in parallel, you have a lot of things going in parallel here. So you then, I think you take it forward from a base point of when you've succeeded with something. Mm-hmm. I was determined never to go back in my own mind.
Yeah.
So we then continue with the exercise, and I think in parallel with that, the determination not to go back, linked to an excitement of being in the gym.
I think what
had happened in that 11 months had really put us in a position whereby we wanted to be in the gym.
Yeah.
We got a buzz out of going to the gym. So all of a sudden now, it wasn't about the pills. The
pills
were kind of forgotten.
Yeah.
And in fact, if anything, you became a little cranky when you didn't make the gym as many times in the week as you wanted to, So that was really good because you'd go to the gym, and indeed I go to the gym today, and I can feel mentally, physically kind of knackered, worn out, whatever, and I come out of the gym feeling amazing.
Cool. I mean, it's guys. When you think about this, it's 50 kilos in 11 months. It's this massive drop in weight. 40, hold on. My maths stopped. Sorry, my math's a bit off. So 40, it's a massive drop in weight. And I mean, you got to a point where you went to, yes, I'm going to I'm fixated now. Like you said, I want more. There's an addiction to it, but you had a massive motivation. I mean, this is one thing where people fall apart with most things is they don't have the support system around them. I mean, fantastic that your son's in fitness, and I know you got other family members in fitness as well, right? So that's a good motivation. Plus, you've been motivated already when you get a shock like that, or this they call it a gift. It's like, oh, I have to make changes in my life, and that's a good way to motivate. What would you look right now when someone's going through that phase of having to say, okay, I've had the shock, I've started doing my fitness. What were some of the barriers you had to overcome that potentially other people could face that you say, okay, this may happen, you can do this? Because anyway, you've got to change your food, you've got to wake up maybe earlier, maybe later, you got to change your routine, social can change.
I think the biggest barrier mentally is getting to a place where you understand it's more about a lifestyle change than being on a diet or being in the gym to lose weight. Typically, I think when you're going there just to lose weight, and I didn't consider necessarily I was losing weight in that whole process. I did have this.
You never thought about it?
No, not really.
Oh, well.
That was kind of secondary. The pills were kind of sitting in the background.
Yeah, totally.
But it was really parked to one side, and Lee was good. I mean, his point was you need to think about doing this in something that you can do going forward.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you can get up and have your omelette for breakfast. You can you eat your pulses and your beans, and one day a week you can go and have a glass or two of wine.
Yeah,
but
or two,
or two. Yeah. But yeah, it is about a lifestyle change. And so yes, I think that is the probably one of the big challenges. Mm-hmm. I think you've got to avoid making it look like it's a chore or being punitory.
Yeah. Massively. Actually, how? That's the question. Because
I'm gonna go on a diet today, and I'm gonna stop eating. No, you don't stop eating. You eat the right things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna exercise, and again, you don't go and run a marathon because you'll kill yourself on the day when you're 100 and whatever kilos. You start exercising.
You work your way up to that
work your way into it.
Yeah.
You know, and we have over the period. I mean, that year came through to the end. The following year. We trained and did the 10K at the marathon.
Yeah.
and that was great. I mean, we would have been pleased to finish it. And I think we did it in about an hour and a half, you know, and we were happy.
Totally. It's a big question for people that are watching, just the how. Like, what were the daily little things that you did to make sure you maintained on track? Did you have to food prep? Did you have to make sure your bag gym gear was packed before you went maybe to work? Were you training before work or after work?
It was a mixture.
It was
a mixture.
Yeah.
Because it depended on who was doing what and where they were.
Yeah, totally. But before you got to that point of addiction,
the food prep is tough.
Yeah.
I was lucky. Jean is good at chopping food and making omelets.
Yeah, I love the wife.
She was, And the other thing for us both was that both being the key thing, we did it together.
See,
now we started the exercise together. Yeah. We started the program together. Yeah. And today, 8 years or so on, we still train together.
Yes, we're doing that.
Yeah. So we go to the gym together.
Yeah. You've just knocked a massive nail on the head, because you, whether willingly or unwillingly or subconsciously or consciously knew, your support system was there. I mean, we talk about, like, how do you sustain your goals? First of all, you have to have a good reason, a good purpose. I mean, you had multiple purposes. I mean, it wasn't just the weight loss coming secondary, you know, but then also you want to make sure your son too, making sure to do it for him. Of the pills, you already had 3 big reasons before to do it. So that's motivational 1. Then you've got support of doing it with your partner as well. So she be coming along. So accountability to someone else as well is right there. You were goal oriented. You knew what you had to do. You wanted to get off the pills. That was the first major one. You had family support there. I mean, that's like nearly an ideal situation, to be honest, to get to that point. And really, really fortunate. You're living proof that's how if you do those things, it works. You know, you get to a point of where urine is a point of addiction to fitness. You know? That's really cool. So those people that are watching, just understand these things. That I don't know if you came across this, Chris, but were you did you put in here any walls up? Were you completely open? Just tell me, teach me, push me, maybe go in this direction or that direction. Somebody's calling, eh?
Someone's calling.
Calling into the show. Anyway.
Put it in the bucket.
Did you look at those as certain things about...
Sorry, I missed that with the phone.
Calling, jeepers. Chris's phone. It must be
One
the
of
wife.
mine.
Be the wife. No, when it comes to those moments, because you had such great support and stuff like that, did you have to go out and were you thinking subconsciously, okay, it's going to be a tough time, I need to make sure I'm prepared that I'm going to do this? Because you didn't have to worry about food prep. You didn't have to worry about looking for someone to come and support you and train with you.
Find a trainer.
Find a trainer.
I was very lucky.
Totally. I mean,
blessed, I think, is the word.
Massively blessed, right? Which is awesome, you know. And then look at the results. That's my scene, right? So, but did any of those thoughts? Because for people out there, they probably won't be in the same situation as you were. That's a simple fact. So it's like, but did you, even though you had a very blessed situation, did you still have those thoughts? Okay. Of who am I going to train with? How am I going to train with? Or were you just in a fortunate position where someone goes, yep, come this way, and you're like, yep, no worries, here I go.
No, I think you still have to make the effort.
Yep.
You know, I say yes, the facilities are there. Yes, the people are there. Yes, everything is in place. But you still have to have it up here. You want to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
I mean, it wasn't my first brush with fitness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd had, like I say, you talk about how the industry operates and the clothing and the shopping. And I can remember maybe 15 years ago going into a gym here.
Yeah.
And the guy takes a look at me and I say, well, can I sign up? And he says, yes, but I want you to go and have a medical.
Okay.
So I turned around and decided in my own mind, bugger that, I'm going out and I'm going to have the medical. That's So
that's a good point. Let's stay on that one. Let's stay on that. Let's stay there, right there. Hold on, because there's an issue right there. That's what I want to say that, because you don't like going to the doctor, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, so let's break that out straight. I already knew this before. I know Chris very well. He doesn't like doctors, so there's the first thing. And what you just said right then about the training and stuff like that, because a lot of people are going to come across this.
Yeah,
they're like, we're told that they need to go get a medical, or you should get a medical advice anyway.
Yeah, and today I would subscribe to that. To be fair, and I see my doctor every quarter.
Yeah,
and I have all the tests done every quarter, even today.
Okay,
and I had one last week.
Yeah,
so
still get it done.
They're still checked and okay.
So my message to people out there is, don't do it, Chris did, but he's learned from it. So it's okay, it's all right. But yeah, there is definitely things you need to take precaution into. Because that is one thing for you. There was a fear there at that point. Not it changed. Like the situation then wasn't big enough for you to go like. The situation wasn't intense enough for you to go like, okay,
I should do something. Yeah,
totally right. But the opportunity had already provided itself earlier, which would have got you away from there. And I think that's one of the things that we think about with people is that what do we call it? Forgot the word. Thing with P. Something that's better. Prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think one way before you get into that situation is have your eyes open and don't be so guarded.
Yeah.
And allow yourself to go into those situations.
And because at the end of the day, they will not find anything that's not there.
Yeah, totally. Exactly.
In reality.
Yeah.
It's a totally unrealistic...
we all put our things in our minds, don't we? You go like, okay, so you got this moment in your life, you've gone through a point, you got off the pills, which is freaking amazing, and you're in a place of addiction and moving forward. The journey from that point of when you're off the pills to today
has been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. It's I don't know how much time we've got, so...
We talk, mate. It says 9:45,
but it's it's been amazing. We trained to work on being at the marathon and doing the 10K, and we succeeded with that, and we've had a number of bucket list things that we've done since.
Yeah, wicked.
We went out and got ourselves bikes and took ourselves to our Kudra and started riding round and round in circles there.
Let's talk about these, because there's going to be the time as well, because motivations are great. Like there's obviously, like you just explained, there's opportunities to do more things in life. It opens up other doors, other avenues. Yeah. What I'd like to do is really help people that hearing this story, what you're doing is amazing, and you're going to continue it. Some of the barriers that even being in this position, this blessed position to have the support around you, did you have moments that maybe you were unsure, or do you go through something you've been through a few times and you've had very moments in your days you're like, you know what, I've had them. I've gone like I can't be bothered going to the gym today, see you later. And then it's gone into a bit of a bad habit, and I've had to snap that habit again to get back out of it.
Yeah, I think you all have times. I mean, I travel for a living.
Yeah.
Not at the moment, mind you. So we're kind of off the travel at the moment. But I probably spend more times in an aircraft than a lot of the aircrew do. So I do find that balancing my exercise with the traveling gets difficult. I do like a basic gym. I'm not necessarily someone that likes to walk into a gym and find a
techno gym or latest matrix,
a treadmill. I'd much rather have some dumbbells and some weights and get stuck in. So I find that the traveling gets in the way. I think I'm bloody minded enough or stubborn enough with the motivation. I mean, I do have discussions with myself in my head. Yeah. Along the lines of, oh my goodness, it's 8 o'clock. And
this bed's comfortable right now.
Or worse still, at the moment, the last few years, we train in the evening. And to me, if I can leave the office and go and train, fantastic. If I go home,
ain't going to the gym.
Going to the gym needs a little bit of a internal discussion.
Totally, and a lot of people face that problem. A lot of people face that issue.
Straight to the gym, easy. Stopping off is not so easy.
Would that be advice? What advice would you give on that? On travel and then avoiding going home.
Traveling.
Is there other advice you give?
Traveling, I've got to the point now where I just keep active.
Okay. Like
I do something called airport jogging. Well, I used to until, of course, I have the current issue.
We'll talk about that.
But yeah, I airport jogging. I will come through an airport as fast as I can. I will speed walk.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow. With that mindset of staying active.
With the view that it is exercise.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, it is.
So, Gate 5C at Dubai is quite a blessing sometimes if you've been on a 15-hour flight.
You get a bit of, get mobile. You mobilise yourself on the way through. True.
So yeah, and again, if you're out and about, you're in Tokyo, you can be on the metro and you can use the stairs, and you do stuff to try and be active.
Yeah.
Because invariably gyms are difficult in hotels, and they are small and they're usually not that well equipped.
Yeah, totally.
And sometimes they're busy, so you go down there and there's 3 guys and 3 things, and so you have to go outside.
Yeah, totally.
I do have a TRX.
Hey, suspension training.
Take that now and again.
Yep.
But you have to be careful with that because sometimes you can actually take the door frame out of the wall. And that's another story, of course.
Make sure you got insurance in your hotel rooms. You've gone through this with the travel and stuff, and there's been barriers involved in there. And like you said, you've gotten to a point where you've done these very cool things, these long hikes, you've done these 10
Climb the mountains in the UK.
Yes, exactly. I was like, man, see, there's opportunity that has provided themselves for you.
Yeah.
Now, there's another side of it too with the mindset you're going into, because you're now about to have a hip surgery, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking, like, how many details, but it's good we're talking about this now. Like, it was something that's happened over a period of time, right? It's only been kind of recently discovered, and
it's been another part of the. I guess another part of the challenge and the whole journey, of what's been going on. It must have been about last February, a year ago. I was getting some pain, not really sure what it was, and in my usual style, I decided that exercise probably was the best solution. So just keep carrying on with the exercise with the help of my current trainer, and that got to the point where in the summer. I came back from the summer holidays after driving a lot of miles. I think we did 3,000 miles driving around in the summer.
Yeah.
I went to the doctors and he said, well, we need probably do an X-ray. And the X-ray. So go to the X-ray, you lay down on the table, they take the X-ray, and it comes back and it says the outcome was that I had mild arthritis, basically. And so we go along with some physio at this point. So I'm with a physio and still training in the gym, still working very hard. I mean, I think people in the gym think my trainer today is trying to kill me, but he's not, and I'm very happy with
might be.
being there. You never know.
Yeah.
So we continue with that and got to Christmas, and it was not getting better.
Yeah.
Did dry needling, did physio, did the gym, and it was just getting worse and worse, really. So, long story fairly short, got an MRI in January, went to see an orthopedic surgeon in January, and another X-ray. This time, the X-ray I had done, I was standing up, unlike the one previously where I was laying down. And my left hip has nothing between the 2 bits of bone, basically.
It was actually, we've talked about it before, obviously, but you could have back problems for a while. Was it related?
It's never been clear, but it's not there at the moment.
Yeah,
it's really. And I am a bit bloody minded, as I've said earlier. And I tend to think that I can just fix it by
keep going,
exercising, moving, exercising, doing, and it's amazing too. I think you do know when you're training and exercising, a lot of pains do disappear.
Yeah.
They go.
Yeah, massively. Mentally.
And that's also, and mentally even better.
Yeah, on top of that. When you, but this one, when you do exercise, I mean, everyone's got the same euphoric, yes, I feel amazing, I feel life, and they want to live. It's a feeling I'm sure you got when you exercised. Do you felt that was not detrimental, but, led to the thing of exercise will solve the solution, maybe the solution?
I think probably being very straightforward with the answer, I probably should have pursued maybe a medical solution quicker than I did.
Look, that's all right.
But I do think that exercise fixes a lot for me personally. Certainly mentally, certainly physically, and And to be fair, the physio and the work we did gave us an effect that was positive.
Totally.
It wasn't all negative. So you would do the physio and you'd come away feeling okay.
Great, yeah.
A few days later, it get worse again, and so
circle of life. Yeah,
and the same with the gym, you know. So I think I think I may have pushed the button too late in some ways, but what the hell?
But, yeah, totally.
The solution will be the same. The solution is that the hip needs replacing, and
exactly. You know,
that's the answer.
The one thing that happened now with all of this that's been going on, and guys and girls, this is here is that you still, even though look, whether it was right or wrong before or not, when you should have maybe got the medical side of it then, the fact is that you've been exercising, you've been staying active, and if anything, that still led to a point where you're in a better condition to go into the surgery now.
Goodness, yeah. And on that note, I was in the gym up until the day the gyms were closed for the virus, you know. So,
totally,
I do believe that I need to be there.
Yeah, totally. Guys, what we're trying to say is you don't need a moment of before you do this. Prevention is far better than cure. Chris, you're a living legend that proves exactly this. I mean, to go from that weight to drop the 40 kilos in 11 months and then to maintain it. We're talking about 6 years later now. We're looking at that. And there's always going to be barriers in anyone in his life when it's travel in your case, but you still look to stay active, still do those type of things. There's wisdom to be learned here. There's takeaways for people to just hopefully sink in. What would be a gem, a golden nugget from you that would say, like, what you've learned, especially in these last, let's say 8 years, because before it happened to now that you'd pass on? If you had a couple of gems, golden nuggets, what would you throw at people? What would be your words of wisdom?
I think just to roll back a little bit. In my life, I've done a lot of things. Been to a lot of places. Been very, very lucky, blessed, you might say again, in some ways. But I think the thing is, I think that many people had asked me along the way, because obviously carrying weight is not something you hide. And I'd been for job interviews or discussions, and people would look at you and they say, you know, does your weight affect you? Mm-hmm. And I would always say, no, never.
Okay, yeah.
So let me say this: it does affect you.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, 40 kilos is not one bag on Emirates.
No, true. Yes, it's a good way to put it. Yeah.
So 40 kilos is a shed load of weight, and bigger than weight, much bigger than weight. It's a great cause, I think, of a positive approach. You know, I think that when you are fit, you are a much more positive, upbeat individual.
Yeah.
And apart from coming out of the gym, worn out, sweating, you come out of the gym with a very, very positive approach. And I really enjoy, I mean, fundamentally, I'm a positive person, but I really enjoy coming out of the gym because it's a drug of positivity.
Massively, hugely.
And that's, to me, I would recommend that to anyone. You know, I'd come out of there and I'm flying.
I'm trying to think that people that are watching again, it's so... What I always talk about is action speaks louder than words, and it's easy to say words, and it's so much, obviously, you've been through the situation, which is fantastic, and I hope people take this on. Don't just go like, yeah, you're right, and let it fly over your head. Yeah, you agree with it, and let it sink in here and sit between the ears. You know, get that one moment of euphoric feeling, like that's not necessarily the exact second after you finish the training, because that's not a euphoric feeling. That's somebody trying to bury me. It's the after effects of that. And with you going through the surgery side, things like that, there's possibilities to stay active. There's ways to move. It's not the end.
Oh no! I mean
because now there's no gyms right here. At the moment, there's no gyms. So
I'm working on that thought as we speak.
There you go.
Yeah, have some kettlebells at home. Have some elastic at home.
Yeah,
have a TRX at home. So we can.
Don't rip the doors off.
We can. And I won't tear the door out. The landlord. But yeah, I need to continue. And going into the operation, the big part of this operation, I've been told, to experience it, is indeed the after effect. And
is there a phone to this place?
Another phone.
Yeah. Well, quite close to the back. The surgery 3 days afterwards being active. So have they already advised you on kind of what's classed as activity?
Not really at this point. There will be physio after the surgery. I had a checkup last week, and I was advised that the surgery is quite long, so it's a maximum of 5 or 6 hours, something like that.
Well, yeah.
And then the second day they'll have you on your feet, and then it's all systems go. And,
go from there. Wow.
And it is all about, again, interesting. It's about being active.
See, the wonders of life. The wonders of life is be active.
So,
be active.
It's that message comes through everything. Mm-hmm. If you go back in medicine, a long time ago, probably when I was a young person, a child or whatever, people would have been in hospital laying down doing nothing. But today, the whole thing is
evolution.
Is about being active.
Massively. We've come to an end of the time. That's right. We'll come to the end of the show, and thank you very much for sharing that experience. And
thank you for inviting me along.
It's been, it's an eye-opener, and I hope it's an eye-opener for a lot of people out there as well, because there's a lot of people, I'm sure, out there that whether you be overweight or underweight, if you're in positions and your lifestyle, it's probably put you in places where you could end up with those pill boxes on the table there as well, and I'm sure Chris could vouch firsthand. It's not the place to be. You don't want to be.
It's not a good place because you actually feel that you have no control at that point.
Yeah, from that side there.
So no control
at all. So let it sink in, guys. Let it be there for you to understand and to take away. And from here, this moment forward, to say, I will make changes within my life and I'll do more big things. If you'd like to get a hold of Chris, please just check your comments in the comment section below. We'll make sure he gets those questions or those comments there for him. Again, the Find for People app is now available for you to download, where you find the best professionals, courses, and events in the region. Yes, even though some events are postponed, they're only postponed for the moment, not forever. So you definitely find all those great things on there as well. Even online coaching. So if you want to do online coaching, you can do that. But Chris, we wish you all the best, mate, with the training and continued development. And we'll also talk after the hip surgery. Yes, exactly. About like that. Guys, all right. Take care, guys. We'll see you later.
We've all been there, hours searching the internet, asking friend upon friend, making call after call, trying to find the right fitness professional, health specialist, or sports coach. So much time, energy, and even money spent only to find more problems than solutions. Well, now, with the Find Fit People platform, you can find all the available professionals with the skills you need in an instant. We've removed all the barriers by establishing a community of many different skilled health specialists, sports coaches, and fitness professionals that are alerted immediately once you've posted your request. In under 30 seconds, you can attract multiple professionals with the right skills to help you achieve the result you want. It's simple, fast, and free. Find us online at www.findfitpeople.com or download the Find Fit People app from Apple or Google Play stores so you can find fit people today.